I have a question for perhaps Marcier or Anna, if they are here. It's about the Oceans Pact. I understand that Commissioner Cadiz plans to have the Oceans Pact proposal ready before the United Nations Oceans Conference in June. And I also understand that the pact is billed as a mere communication and that no new legislation is planned as part of the pact. But still, I'd like to know, on the background, that the Commission just recently announced a significant rollback of parts of the farm-to-fork strategy, the so-called omnibus simplification package, following last year's protests from farmers who felt disproportionately burdened by the EU's green agenda. Now the Commission is launching a new Oceans Pact, and diplomatic sources that I've talked to and stakeholders, they are concerned that Mr. Cadiz is leaning too heavily in the direction of environmental concerns, and that fisheries interests will be sidelined, and that similar burdens could be placed on them as the farm to fork placed on the farmers, perhaps. Could the Commission guarantee that the pact will remain communication and not evolve into a binding legislation like what happened to farm to fork, which was also presented as a communication? And do you plan to avoid similar backlash from the fisheries in the sector? And I would also like to know...
It's a very long question. I would start to have Maciej answer to the first part, and then we continue with the rest. But shorter questions help us to give everyone a possibility.
Third countries, Norway, will be impacted. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Good afternoon, and thank you for your question. So when it comes to the Oceans Pact, what I can say that our work on this initiative is still ongoing. It is planned, as you probably know, tentatively for adoption at the beginning of June, and I cannot recommend at this stage what it will actually cover, to what extent it will touch upon different elements. I invite you to follow this work and be ready when we adopt it at the beginning of June. Thank you.
You have a follow-up? Go ahead.
Could you not address those concerns that I have heard from diplomat sources? And do you exclude the possibility that this pact will evolve into an act, as actually the Socialist and Democrats group has publicly called for?
I understand the interest, but we're not in the habit of commenting on matters before they are actually adopted and proposed. But Maciej.
Yes, as I said, this is ongoing work. At this stage, we cannot disclose, what issues will be addressed in the pact. Once it's adopted, you will see what is actually, the pact targeting when it comes to measures or initiatives or proposals. At this stage, it's too early to comment on it.
Thanks. Since you're here, I think Mose had a question for you. Mose from remote.